Stuffed poblanos, action. Okay guys, welcome to ABC Gluten Free. Today we have a special show planned for you. Sam's famous salsa recipe series. We're making stuffed poblano peppers. And as you can see here, I have beautiful poblano peppers and my helper is here with me today. She's slightly injured, but I'm sure she'll be okay. She just can't chop or cut, right? I don't even know if you can mix. Maybe you can mix. So today we're going to be making for you a delicious recipe, and we're going to get started on it quickly because we want to make sure that you guys are ready for the holidays that are coming up, that you have a delicious recipe, and we're going to be giving you two versions. We're going to give you a vegan version, and we're going to give you the meat lovers version. Okay, are you guys ready? So we hope you BYON. Right, Sophia?
Napkin.
Because we're going to get started on making first the cornbread ingredients that's going to go into our stuffed poblano peppers. Sophia's going to get started on that if she can. And I'm actually going to share with you, we have one whole diced onion. I'm going to share with you the inside, and she's going to be doing the cornbread stuffing. So basically we're making a cornbread stuffed poblano pepper. This is going to be delicious. This is going to satisfy all of those friends out there that you have, whether they're meat eaters or not, because we're going to be giving you two versions. And today we're using Sam's famous salsa hot, because you know we have to have it a little bit spicy. And that's going to be perfect for inside our poblano, on top of our poblano, and then it's going to be just the perfect complement. All right, so first what I'm going to do is Sophie, you can hold on 1 second. I'm going to actually add 1 tablespoon of grapeseed oil. You can use any kind of oil that pleases you, that's in your household, and I'm going to let that get heated up. I'm going to add 1 diced onion. As you can see, I just really diced it up nice. I tried to do it all the same, and I really want to get this onion cooked down to be sweet and delicious. I used 1 white onion. You could use a Vidalia, you could use a Spanish onion if you want to in this recipe that's slightly Spanish, right? And I'm just going to let that sit. And then I'm actually going to do 2 garlic cloves. Now, if you love garlic, I would say add a few more. If you hate garlic, I would say -1, but don't take them all out because I just feel like you really need some garlic in this recipe. I'm going to dice it up real quick, and I'm going to throw that right into the West Bend with my onion. And then I can help Sophie get started on the cornbread inside. So stuffing your poblano with cornbread may not be traditional. They may use a masa or maseca, which is, you know, like a stone ground corn. But it's definitely delicious, and you'll get that seasoning in there, especially when we're adding the Sam's famous salsa, right? So in our series, we've made a few different things for you. We hope you're enjoying this, and we hope that you guys have maybe tried some of these recipes for yourself. Sophia, can you remember some of the things we made with Sam's famous salsa that we enjoyed? Oh, we made those little tostados. They were delicious.
And you made the heart chips.
Yes, and we made the heart chips for the holidays. The heart chips can be for any time though, because you can always give them to someone that you love, and you don't have to make the heart shape if you don't want to. Alright, so we're just going to let that cook down a little bit, and I'm going to get Sophia started on this. Do you think you can mix this?
Yes.
With the whisk? Alright, so what I have in here is half a cup of, we have vegan butter, and I'm going to do about half a cup of applesauce. I had a little bit of applesauce in there already, so I'm going to save this little bit for later. And then what I have in this little cup here from the applesauce is a half a cup of our vegan, dairy-free milk, whatever kind of milk you decide you want to use. Or you could use regular buttermilk. And we have 2 capfuls of apple cider vinegar, and we're just going to pour that right in. It's kind of chunky, kind of clumpy, a little chunky. And Sophia's going to just really mix that around until we get it to a nice consistency. Normally, if you have a mixer, you could just pop it into the mixer or food processor. You could do that, and it'll be ready in about a minute, but I'm going to let Sophia work her muscles a little bit. You could use it today, right? A little physical therapy for her arm. So while my onions and my garlic is cooking, I'm going to just add a little bit of salt and pepper. We're not going to need too much into this, because we're going to be adding some of Sam's famous salsa right into it. So we're going to just add a little bit of spice. Now, if you haven't tried Sam's famous salsa before, it comes in 3 flavors. Today we're using the hot, but you can get mild or medium. and they're all delicious, and they all don't survive a day in our home. So we actually have to keep these stocked in the refrigerator. You can go directly to their website to order any of the flavors, and I do believe they're having a special right now. You might want to check it out. So Sam's Famous Salsa, they package it nice in this container, which you can reuse, and it has all delicious ingredients in it. We've read them to you before, so we don't want to do that again with you. Keep going a little bit more. All right, so we're just going to keep our onions going here. We want to make sure that we get them sweat a little bit. You know what sweating is? It's just kind of like bringing the flavor out, and we want to bring out all the flavor of the onions and the garlic. Now, if you wanted to, you can really certainly put whatever things that you want to into this stuffing mix that we're going to make, but we want to keep it savory. So what I'm going to do is, once I have some of this cooked, I'm going to pull some of it out, and I'm going to set it aside so that we can use it for our vegan version. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so now we're using the Really Great Food Company cornbread mix. I love this mix, and we're just going to slice open the package. It calls for eggs, which we've replaced with our applesauce, and it calls for butter, which we've replaced with the vegan butter. And we need a little bit of oil, so we're going to use about a 1/3 cup of oil. So Sophia, we're going to dump this right in. You ready? The cornbread mix has everything in it that you need. The fire alarm must be going off because we've got Sam's hot salsa in the house. They're coming to get us. All right, Sophia's gonna mix that. You might want to change out your utensil. And I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of oil. Okay. Just tap it on the side, honey. You ready? I can give you a spatula. You can use a spatula, okay? No, because I'm putting the oil in. Ready? About a 1/4 cup of oil. There we go. All right, you could use whatever oil you like the best. It's totally up to you. So now she's just going to continue mixing that. And I'm going to, now my onions are nice and sweat. Look at that. And I'm going to take out about half of it and put it into my cup here. Now, if you wanted to, you can do separate cooks. It's totally up to you. Just going to put that to the side. And now I'm going to add the chorizo sausage. Chorizo sausage is a traditional Spanish spiced sausage. It's got a lot of those delicious spices in it that are just going to really be complementing Sam's Famous Salsa. So we want to absolutely do that. So we have a pound of chorizo that's going to go right into the pan. And we're going to brown that up a little bit. Alright, so I'm just going to break this up. I want to get it all incorporated. Brown up that sausage. The reason why I'm cooking this ahead of time is because I don't want to have any grease or moisture added to the cornbread, because then it would just change the consistency. So we want to make sure that we're getting the salsa in there and everything in there that's going to be delicious. We don't want to ruin our stuffed poblanos, right? Alright, so I'm going to let this cook a little bit. That chorizo has the most beautiful color with all that paprika, chili powder, cumin, all those beautiful spices in there. If you can't find chorizo, you could use regular sausage and just add your spices to it. Just add those spices, or you can buy a packet of like a Spanish seasoning. Or you can go to your local Spanish grocery store and find the chorizo there. Or maybe your local Mexican restaurant. And then you can bring your salsa with you, right? Alright, Sophia's got that done. You could leave that. Just set it aside. Thank you. Perfect. Alright, now what I'm going to have her do, if she can, is I'm going to have her cut open these poblanos, take the seeds out, and just get them on the pan ready for filling, right? Break up the chorizo a little bit more. Now, ultimately, if you had plain sausage, you could just take some of the Sam's Famous salsa and dump it right into there. Today we're going to be doing both because we want full flavor, stuffed poblano peppers. Perfect for a side dish or an entree, really. We're going to do it in half like this, okay? So we're going to do some like this and some like that, okay? So Sophia cut the top off of this. This is how we normally stuff our Italian peppers. And we put the top back on. It looks beautiful, right? And you can even bake these in a mug if you wanted to standing up. Yeah, do it in half like that. Side, no. I want you to do like 2 like this and 2 the other way.
You still want the top too?
Yeah, just cut it right here, like what, and leave the stem on one of them. And let me take this away for you. So really, any way you cut your peppers is totally fine. You just want to cut it in half, or you want to cut the top off. Either way, you want to be able to stuff it, right? That's the point. All right, our chorizo's almost cooked. We want to just break it up, because we don't want like a big chunk of chorizo. We want a little chunk of chorizo. And that's looking beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of Sam's famous salsa. I'm using the hot and spicy. We like it that way. That's the way it's good. Okay, that's going to go right into the meat. If you could smell this, you would already be drooling. And if you don't have your napkin, you should definitely go get it, right, Sophia? If they didn't bring their napkin, they need to go get it. All right, this is looking fabulous. What do you think of this, Sophia? Look at that gorgeous meat. Whoa. All right, if you're not a meat lover, we totally understand. We're going to hook you up, don't worry. All right, so our first step, let me just give Sophia a minute. Maybe we should cut now. Maybe we should cut, Dennis. Cut. And then we can go back to, when she's done with this, we can go back to stuffing it. What do you think? You want to keep going? Okay, just keep going. We're going to keep on going. All right, so I'm just going to cook the meat. I want you to get rid of your junk, all right? All right, so we have a few this way, and we have a few this way. And we're going to get started on stuffing them. How many more do you need? One more? Two?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right, let's move the poblanos out of the way. We'll come back to those in a little bit. If you wanted to dice up one of the poblanos and put it right into the meat, you can absolutely do that. That would be lovely. I'm going to shut this off now. And I need to dice up. Are you going to be able to dice that or no? Okay. So get rid of your junk there. Alright, so I just have a plain pan, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the poblanos, let me put this away for a second, just go and line them up on the pan.
You want it diced?
Yes, please. I'm going to put these on the pan. Okay, use a different one. And I have the tops. We do need to cook the tops if we're going to serve them with the pepper, so got to put those together. I think we could use one more poblano, Sophia. Let me get a second. All right, now I have the cornbread, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the onion and put it right in there. And I'm going to mix that up. I'm going to add some of our vegan cheese. We've got a vegan cheddar. We're going to do about 1/2 cup of that cheese right inside the cornbread. And then we're going to do about 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. I do have a measuring spoon right here, so here's a tablespoon.
This smells spicy.
Does it? Okay. You're going to dice it right into here, Sophia. All right, so I've got the cheese, the nutritional yeast right into our cornbread. Hopefully we have enough cornbread mix. This was about 2 cups of the cornbread batter that we're going to be putting right into our poblanos. I can't wait for this. I'm already drooling. My mouth is like watering. So stuffed peppers is something that we usually have in our house, and we like to do them all different ways. So this is one of the ways that we use like a Mexican flair. Okay, let me take it, honey. I'll do it. All right, so let me just, oh, the skin is tough. So I just want to dice this up a little bit more. We don't want too big of a chop on the pepper. All right, and I'm going to save a little bit of that for later, and I'm going to take this one. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm going to take out the seeds here. And kind of tap it so we get all the seeds out. And then I'll let Sophia clean up my mess. I got it. All right, so what I want to do is I want to just take some of this First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little scoop of Sam's in the bottom. And I'm going to put a little bit of cheese on the bottom there. We're going cheese on the bottom, cheese in the middle, cheese on top. We want cheese, cheese, cheese. And then I'm going to take some of this cornbread mixture. Make sure I mix in all of those delicious jalapenos. Yes. And Sophie, could you give me the scooper? Actually, I'll just use a spoon. I'm going to take my spoon and just stuff my pepper. I'm going to put it over the bowl so I don't make a mess. And I'm going to just stuff that stuffing right into there. So we've got Sam's Famous Salsa on the bottom. We've got some cheese on the bottom. We've got our cornbread stuffing. And then we're just going to level this off a little bit. And we're going to continue to do that with the rest of our peppers.
Cheese on top.
Cheese on top. I'll let Sophia do the cheese on top since her own can do that. And I'm going to do the rest of salsa. You can do them all at the same time, right? Salsa and salsa. I'll save the other two for last because I have to stand those up. And I want to make sure that I differentiate between the ones that are going to be stuffed with the chorizo and not. So I'm going to make 2 for me and I'll make the rest for everybody else. So I'll do this last one. I'll do the vegan version of this one. A little bit of cheese on the bottom, yeah. So we're going to stuff that with our delicious cornbread. It's going to be delicious, right? Okay, and then I'm going to add the chorizo and the cooked meat and all of that delicious onions and everything with the Sam's in there right to here. And I actually can just do them per thing if I wanted to, or I could just dump this all in here. So I'm going to just put it right in there. Here we go with the meat. That meat smells so good, right, Sophia? All right, go ahead and taste it. Is it delicious? Yes. All right, so this is going to change our cornbread color, but that's okay because it's still going to be delicious. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the big peppers that we decided to. We don't need it. We're good. All right, she's going to put cheese in there. We're going to stuff this one all the way down to the bottom. We want to make sure we get it filled up with this deliciousness. Oh yeah, there it is. And Sophia's going to put a little cheese on the top. And then we're going to cap that off. And if you wanted to, wrap that in foil so it stays together, so everything doesn't fall out when you're baking it in the oven. We're going to put these on 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes. Because realistically, we're just cooking the cornbread and the pepper. The meat's already cooked. And that's why I said you want to cook your meat ahead of time, and plus you don't want it like seeping out with all of the ingredients. All right, we're going to top that off with our top. And now I'm going to do the rest. And then Sophia and I are going to have to get this, put it on 350 for Mom, please. Get this into the oven on 350. And if you wanted to, if you had someone who had allergies and you wanted to just separate the meat from the vegan ones, you can do that. But we're gonna put them on the same pan today. Yeah. Okay. Overflowing with milk and honey. Okay. So we've got them topped off here. Look at that. Whoa! There's a little slippery one. I almost lost them. All right, and then I'm gonna stuff this one. Last one, and we still have more stuffing left, so you know what you could do with that. Some more poblanos, right? All right, last one. Last one looks good. Just wanna get that tip right there and make sure I just get it right on the pan without slipping and sliding. Okay, we're gonna bake these in the oven on 350 for 25 to 35 minutes, and we'll be back to show you the end result and finish it off with Sam's Famous Salsa and a little bit of a side dish for you. So we'll be right back in a couple minutes. Famous Salsa recipe series with our stuffed poblano peppers, and I have Sophia here ready to take our drink on. She's gonna roll that with you, and I'm gonna finish getting our poblano peppers ready to be served. So Sophia, hit it.
We have tamarindo excess.
Goes perfect. Whoa! That was exciting. We're springing it right open. Tamarindo's not supposed to do that, but okay. Thank you, Sophia. You did a good job. Let's clean that up real quick. You okay?
Okay, she's fired.
No, she's never fired.
Time to find a new helper.
All right, so we have tamarindo. It goes really well with our Spanish influenced stuffed poblano peppers. Sophia, yeah, I'm fine. Thank you, honey. All right, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of our peppers. Oh, goodness me, look at these. They're beautiful. Nice stuff. We've got our chorizo stuffed pepper here. We're going to just top it off with a little bit more Sam's Famous salsa, of course. Little here, a little there. I like to use my little scooper, but I'll take it out just for purposes. All right, I've got a little bit of cilantro I'm going to add to the top. And then we're just going to serve it with a side of mango. I like to serve our mango right on the side of our food. And I like to just cut it into little squares. It's like kind of like a porcupine mango, and you flip them upside down. You put it to the side, and then we just sprinkle a little bit of chili powder. Just a little bit. We've got enough heat coming from the Sam's Famous salsa. We don't want to blow our mouth up, right? We just want to accent the beautiful flavors. And then we're just going to hit it with a little bit of lime juice. Little drizzle of lime juice. And here we go. We've got our perfect spring recipe, Sam's Famous salsa, stuffed poblano peppers with a little side of mango. We hope you guys enjoy this recipe because we know we are going to. You want to eat it right now? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go. I'm going to try this one. Sophia's got the napkins. I've got the forks. And the plates. There you go. Thank you. And I will take this one. And I'm going to put a little bit more Sam's salsa on the top there because I know it's going to be delicious.
I'll take some.
Sophia's going to take some too. Delicious, chunky, the perfect complement to our poblano peppers. We want premium ingredients, we want excellent cooking time, and we just want a nice, fluffy cornbread in that. It's going to be yummy. So I'm going to go ahead. You go. Go, go, go. Do it. Do it. The poblano pepper will be a little crunchy. Look at that. Got our nice cooked cornbread. It's steaming hot right now. Look at that. I can't put the whole thing in my mouth, so I'm going to cut that little piece off. How is it, Sophia?
Yummy.
Cornbread's cooked perfectly. I've got my vegan version. She's got her meat lovers version. They're both delicious. You like it? Poblano's still a little crunchy. Cornbread's really soft. And our other tray is ready to go. Got our tamarindo drink. Want to do cheers? Cheers to Sam's Famous salsa. Thank you guys for tuning in today to ABC Gluten Free, Sam's Famous Salsa Recipe Series. I gotta go get those peppers out of the oven. So we hope you have a great day. We want you to come taste and see how good it is to be gluten free. Ciao.
Ciao.
Makeup by Artistry, hair by Satin Ink. Aprons by REM Designs. Thank you to our pantry partners and fridge friends. Thank you, Sam's Famous Salsa, and thank you to Excellent Meats. ABC Gluten Free is a production of American Bods. Have a delicious weekend, everybody, and spring into Sam's Famous Salsa recipes.